Welcome back to the world's biggest group of twats.
Idiots.
Yeah, twats. No. Remember, this is English, so we have to say twats.
The calamitous order.
The order of twats, 1886. Yep. You know what? That's what this game will be named right from this point on. The order of twats, 1886.
It's twats.
Twats. Sorry.
They're a bunch of daft punks. That was what.
All right. Moving on.
Well, we got another bit of French added into it now.
Yeah. Keep going.
Anyway.
Keep going. On that pace. You can hurry up anytime now, asshole.
But yeah, no, this is a good segue for me to elaborate on what I was getting about it around the later bits of the last part here. The game hosts a lot of interesting ideas, like, hey, you're interacting with these historical figures, or, again, the different bouts of the mysterious and supernatural. While it does deal with the werewolves here, there are arguably a lot of other things that they could do with such here and there, as well as, again, from what I recall of the plot, you don't actually do much with the fact that these are historical characters. You don't really get their payoffs, you don't even really get cool foreshadowing of stuff they'll do more often than not.
At least with Lafayette, he bothered to have a scene where he was speaking in French to Sir Percival. Tesla here doesn't really have too much of an accent.
Okay, but yeah, that's exactly it, Jova. That's what the small fan base of this game usually uses in terms of a defense, that there are so many cool ideas. It would be nice to just try to see a sequel try to improve upon it, because there is potential here, which I can understand. It's just that, sometimes it can be really hard to... Oh, here we are. So yeah, basically, Tesla and Edison had a falling out.
Yeah.
Of course they did. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those speculation, and sometimes creating mythos, was Edison secretly in conspiration with the government?
May the great man win. May the great man win.
The best man win.
Your friend Thomas. Okay.
Oh boy, yeah. If there's one thing Fate Grand Order definitely likes to remind you, is that Nicola and Thomas really had it out for each other.
Again, people usually was is Nikola Tesla inventing electricity for the masses, and Thomas Edison worked with the government because they wanted to keep it under their control or something. The usual conspiracy theory shit.
Okay,
Fate just pretty much goes for their outright rivalry and their different forms of electricity and whatnot, but... Yeah, no, I think Pedro really did help me sum up my bit here. It's just I honestly do wonder if this game was more so a glorified proof of concept for a much bigger expansion of the franchise and later sequels. Which, again, I can get it. Maybe you don't want to focus so much on these aspects here and there and focus on your own main story. But... Again, without spoiling, the way the story ends, it really feels like they were banking on a sequel to give people what they would really want.
Hold on, Joe, but when the story ends, that would imply that the story has an ending. The story doesn't end, it stops.
Well, I was trying to be coy about that, but
spoilers. You think maybe this game will actually get a DLC episode or something, because by the time it was released, it was still pretty much the norm, but surprisingly, no.
Like I said, this game ends on one of the most blatant sequel hooks ever.
Yeah, alright, let me just mention
really
this. All belle muses. So basically, muses are refined ladies in waiting, all sizes plump and petite. Present this handbill in 10D for a regular treat. Is that
$10?
No. Remember, this is the London, so it can't be dollars. So.
Well, hold on. Remember, this is in Nikola Tesla's lab, and he's American, so maybe he brought this stuff over from America.
I guess it's possible, yeah.
Still, the point is that it was a manifest.
But yeah, as you can see, this is basically what would be the equivalent of a Q scene from a Bond movie. Galahad you can actually check out all of Tesla's inventions. You can go straight to Tesla and just move on with the story, but I want to at the very least try to look at the collectibles, see what they have.
There you go.
You did point out, though, Tesla's accent doesn't really sound American. It sounds more British.
Who's actually voicing him? Okay, I haven't checked it on IMDb. It sounds a bit like Yuri Lowenthal, but I'm not sure if it's him.
Let me check.
Which is weird because Yuri is American, so he should be perfectly capable of voicing Tesla.
Yep, he was voiced by Yuri Lowenfeld.
Tesla
but
is supposed to have more of an Eastern European accent because of his origin.
Keep doors locked at all times.
Remember, that's how he has it in Dark Void.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he was Serbian American, but even still, the accent doesn't even work for that.
All right,
he just
so-
sounds more British. So what the heck?
So this is a tutorial for a mechanic we're going to be using throughout the game.
Something you may find interesting. This device allows you to convert between Edison's inefficient direct current and my superior alternating current. Quite handy for overloading
It's-
and incapacitating
Have I mentioned that I hate Edison, by the way?
Hey, it's charming, I will allow it.
All right, so
It's comprised of an inverter, transformer, and rectifier outfitted
It
with
sounds
an
like they're trying to go for that Serbian accent, but again, it just ends up sounding more British.
Is a small
Okay.
quantity of mercury.
so
When the mercury is properly aligned.
If I recall correctly, this is your mechanism for basically hacking
Yep.
stuff.
exactly. So what you do is you connect it to a device, and now what you have to do is you have to press
Hold the
you have to
mouse.
hold the L3 button and the R3 buttons whenever the two balls are in between those red sticks.
Yeah, Arkham Asylum, this isn't.
And let me hold on. Oh, basically,
Yeah, one at a time.
yeah, you have to hold. You have when you hold one of the balls, you have to keep that button held down. Otherwise, there you go, like that, like so, and there you go.
There we go.
That's how you hack.
I'll admit, it's actually a cute device in terms of, instead of being the usual remote control with a password thing.
Need I remind you, Sir Galahad, that you have a license to kill, not to break the traffic laws.
Always had a good eye for craftsmanship.
Basically, a sniper rifle.
With a telescopic sight, it's ideal for long-range shooting. I would be honored if you would test its efficacy.
Galahad's just that
Just
awesome.
watch out for the recoil. It might dislodge your shoulder.
Eight whips. Oh,
It gives me a bit.
okay.
Again, very high detail model that you can look over.
Honestly, for as much as we've read on that game, as much as I will say this, when it comes to the whole detailed gun thing, I will say that Last of Us Part 2 did this better.
It did.
Skills never cease to amaze me.
And I hate that I have to admit that, but it did.
Okay, so basically this game also does something, speaking of Last of Us, this game also does something similar to The Last of Us, where to further make things more immersive, he aims like an actual human being would, like, meaning obviously he's not a perfect robot who has perfect steady aim. Obviously he, like, it oscillates, like an actual person when they're aiming a gun. So yeah. Dwebs, you just missed what is basically the Q scene of this game, basically. Don't worry, it's boring and not at all charming, like in the Bond movies.
The muffling might be in order as well.
I'll attend to it immediately. So, are there any other of my children that you would like to meet?
The offer's tempting, but I must return to the others.
Of course.
Sorry, the game might become too interested if I
The
do.
monocular that
No,
General Lafayette
right?
requested is over there on the table.
Can we shoot him?
No.
Waves,
Why?
Why would you want to shoot Tesla, Dwebs? That's like shooting Q.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. In this universe, Tesla might be a traitor or something.
and there you go,
No. That's
binocular.
Dark Void you're thinking of. And even still, that wasn't the real
You
him.
and Lafayette take the high street from the south end. Galahad and I will move in from the north.
Why not give the Frenchman to Galahad?
Mademoiselle doubts my intentions. I promise.
Gee, I wonder why.
Picture of chivalry.
Yep.
Again.
There you go.
Just wouldn't be-
If you keep acting like Pepe Le Pew, you'll get the same treatment.
That's there
wonder
you go.
if-
There you go.
how much of
That's
that-
Lafayette's joke. He's a womanizer. That's his joke.
Mademoiselle will perhaps one day
How
Love
much
it.
is it? How much is it him being a womanizer and just more so the fact that he's French that she hates? Because again, it wouldn't be the British and French if they weren't at each other's
Mutually
throats.
exclusive.
London hostage on the target.
Strange to think lycans would find sanctuary here, is it not, monsieur?
You really believe the rebels are collaborating with the half-breeds?
The Lord Chancellor is convinced of it. I have my doubts.
Do you trust
That's it, Lord Chancellor. Thanks, Percival. I forgot what Caesar usually referred to.
It's a motto that's in
I'm not even kidding you guys. When I finish recording a part of this game, I nearly immediately forget what even happened. Like, seriously, everything in this game is so vanilla and styro. This is the video game equivalent of styrofoam. Like, it's so devoid of any kind of interesting flavor that my brain immediately forgets it.
a nest of cut purses.
Chapter 3, Inequalities.
Kind of makes Chapter 2 feel like it kind of rushed through, whereas Chapter 1 was quite longer.
Also, what I wanted to say before in the previous part is that the thing that baffled me the most about the council scene is that, because I know it's a real thing that actually happened, is that the whole counting of the votes is done by hearing. You know, the whole aye or nay, you know, thing, and the leader just does an approximation on how much superior one is over the other. I found that incredibly baffling because it's such an approximation, and I don't understand why they couldn't just write on a piece of paper. Like,
or at the very least, have people who say aye or nay raise their hands respectively.
Yeah, that too. Raise their fucking hand, mates.
Don't you see, Tio? Here in the order, we are so perfect that we can tell just by listening who has the majority.
So say we all, yes.
Alright, let's go on. Hey, Dibs.
There we go.
Huh, okay.
We rendezvous at the hospital. Stay on your guard.
Bye.
What could possibly go wrong?
So there you go. Yeah, by Ygraine's request, she'll go with Galahad. So, or is it? Oh no, never mind.
Lafayette,
never mind. Ygraine will go with Percival, whereas I have to put up with Lafayette, basically.
It's a pipe.
Oh look, Captain Haddock forgot his pipe in here.
Not being used used very recently too.
Which means
Why would you not put it out? That's like a fire hazard right there.
Almost as if whoever was inside had to escape quickly.
Yes.
Yes, Galahad, keep walking. You can start running anytime now, asshole. Like.
Apple.
That's your plan? To throw an apple at him? Just take him out from the behind.
Just one jump ahead, Pedro.
But it would be a lot cleaner if you just, do a stealth takedown from behind, like you did before.
There's a person behind the Apple kiosk and he's doing nothing.
I guess this is what the game
was to just.
Like, I understand the plan that they were doing here. Yeah, they did this. But I still think a stealth deck... I guess they wanted to take him down in the shadows.
This guy just did nothing, and he's like telling me to shut up, and he's still doing nothing.
No, he bribed them.
He paid him a coin.
Yeah.
But it feels like we were missing something. Oh.
Okay, so I guess the order of the knights is not going to do anything about this guy being pummeled to death by these...
choose to?
Our heroes? Question mark?
Remember, they're not even supposed to be here. We're basically here transgressing orders from the higher ups. I guess they want their presence to be still minimal.
Oh, they want they want their presence to be minimal, and yet they still interact in ways that make it clearly as day to see them in the middle of the streets.
I'm sorry. If werewolves are literally able to run around in broad daylight, I refuse to believe that they have somehow managed to keep their presence a secret. Especially since several civilians literally saw that bit with a lightning gun.
Another thing, just like in Aliens Code and Marines, sometimes your partners get in your way, and the game, of course, programmed collisions with the models, so you cannot. You are basically stuck if you're bumping into them.
Beautiful.
How wonderful.
Don't you love that? All right, cutscene now.
I lie,
Let me just double check something real quick. Basically, whenever you see the pause, that's me checking the length of the recording real quick. But however, oh yeah, no, never mind. I forgot about this bit. Basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to restart from a checkpoint because I didn't check the other possible path I could have taken. But since I can't restart from checkpoint because the game says at the beginning of every cutscene, I guess we'll never find out what was that other alternate path. Oh, alas.
Alas.
Probably nothing interesting. At best, another collectible that doesn't tell us anything.
So basically, down with the queen.
And how does our beloved queen show her consideration for us poor mortals?
Do we? I forget. Do we actually get to meet the queen in this
I don't
game?
think
Nope.
so.
Nope.
Oh well.
Oh shit! It's like going in bright uniforms might have been a bad idea.
Hey, Dwebs, guess what? Oh, I thought you was back.
Yes.
Oh, there he is. Guess what? You missed something. Like, oh, I think you're gonna see it again. Yeah. Notice, Dwebs, those people who just were beating the crap out of some bloke, and our heroes ? Do nothing about it. They just proceed forward. The Knights of the Round Table, ladies and gentlemen. Like.
Okay. Are they meant to be on like a stealth spy mission here?
Yeah, well, that's what Teo said, and I will give you the same answer I gave to Teo. A stealth mission, Dwebs, where they walk in the middle of the streets where everybody can see them.
Yeah.
Also,
like,
another thing, they probably are specialized only for the not specialized, but they mostly handle the supernatural stuff. But remember, they mentioned they mentioned in the previous part about Jesus.
Well, at least this time they actually save a poor defenseless woman. That's nice, at least.
so let me get this straight. So you wouldn't help the other guy, but you will help this woman. Okay, so where's the consistency? You're willing to help
there
some
is none
civilians,
because
but
it's
not
clear.
others.
The game clearly showcased the fact that Galahad was not supposed to do that, but he did it in a moment of outrage burst.
It's alright.
I feel like they should.
In order to feel his own sense of justice for this moment.
It was just another blow.
He killed another one last night.
Oh yeah, by the way, Jack the Ripper's a thing here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta need him.
Yep.
That being said, that woman is British as fuck.
Surprisingly enough, there's no Charles Dickens in his reality. You think
Okay.
it would be like the owner of an orphanage.
Well, that's because Charles Dickens died 16 years before this.
Yep.
Again, Lives, I've seen things being played fast and loose when it comes to characters age for a fictional setting. Again, the
True.
aforementioned League of Extraordinary Gentlemen also does that by having the respective characters survive the events of their own story.
Courier London Dispatch. Assault on Mayfair. Man, Mayfair is in the turmoil. Whitechapel is in turmoil. Every fuck bloody place in London is in turmoil.
But that was so interesting. It was written lorem ipsum.
All
I
right.
feel like what the game should have done is at least give you the choice to interact with that other fight, because otherwise it's weirdly inconsistent of Galahad to not interfere in one fight but to interfere in the other, and also
So
lightning
the Stanford lockpick works like this: you hold the L2 button and you have to press the right analog stick up or down until it's in the correct position, and then you press R2 to pick the lock. The game, as it says right there, uses the DualShock's vibration function to make it easier to tell when you're at the right spot. That being said, you don't actually need to have the vibration on because it's very easy to tell when you're in the right position. It's when it's the whitest, because you'll notice that the closer you are to the right spot, the wider that thing gets. So you can very easily pick your lock even with the vibration off.
So was I the only one who noticed the blatant lighting change when you got close to the door? Like, suddenly there was more color.
Mm-hmm. You think that's bad, Jova? Like, I genuinely, as you're about to see, I genuinely couldn't even tell that there was a curtain in front of me because it was so dark on my end because I was playing with HDR. Fortunately, remember, like, recordings don't actually record HDR, so this playthrough is safe from that shit.
This is a horror game that he's asking, play with your
I want to remind everybody, trust me, the reason this comes across as me being incompetent is because, trust me, with HDR on, this looks way darker.
no weapons allowed in the establishment. You want to stay, you leave it here.
Bien sûr, monsieur. As a matter of fact, we were just looking for the code closet.
Give it here. And have fun, governor.
At ease, monsieur.
You still
What
have their
about the
names
gun
on
on
the
his
back.
back?
I guess
Yeah, I
he
was
means
about to say.
firearms.
This is stupid.
You
Let's go on.
are not a very good doorman, are you?
Okay, is anyone in this game not a moron? And is actually in for
Ooh
one of
la
us?
la. So yeah, we've gotten ourselves into a very questionable
Oh, wait, hold on. I thought
Zelda.
this was the
So that's what happened after Breath of the Wild.
Anyway, I noticed that's the same name of the brothel we saw from Nikola Tesla. So, then why did they say
There you go.
$10?
And as you can see, this is a whorehouse.
Lives. Remind me again of the currency that was in the UK. We had the pounds for the higher unit, the pennies for the lower, and I think the shilling was in the middle.
Yeah, shillings.
So nothing that starts with a D.
Yeah.
I guess Jova's theory that thing is American is correct. It's the only thing that makes sense.
The only thing that I can imagine also, another thing would be the ounce, but that starts with an O because that was the official regulation of silver that was, weighted in ounces.
Game, if you're gonna make me walk slowly and looking for collectibles to get world building, at least you could have the collectibles same for something interesting. Oh.
Another time.
Wow, that woman is thirsty as fuck. Jesus.
I get the feeling
Galahad
it's part
is
of a
such a man
job.
of, integrity.
Yep.
Not for nothing, but Red Dead Redemption 2 literally lets you get bathed by hot women.
Well, it's a Rockstar game. Rockstar games are known for their very interactive stuff. So
it's consistent also with the title that Galahad is having. Remember, Galahad was the purest of the knights, the one that ultimately found the Holy Grail.
yeah.
And
Oh my god. Look at that. That handwriting is so imperceptible. Whoever wrote it must be a great doctor.
And he almost lost that title.
It was a special poem from Yuri. From
It was.
DLC.
It was. Remember that bit from Recess where I'll wait for
Lafayette, we're in service.
Lafayette.
It's funny you mentioned that. Oh wait, a veteran of the American Army. Wait, that's right. The Revolutionary War
Like I
has
said,
happened.
Lafayette fought in there.
Let's see what.
That's why he basically is the new recruit of
Cutscene.
the order. They basically got him for his skills.
This is no time for sport.
Uh-oh.
We have to find a way out of here quickly.
And without weapons.
The rebels.
Hooray.
And that woman there, that's the rebel leader.
Mm-hmm.
If one of you ladies
Indian.
would reach into my pocket.
Ooh la la.
Give it here, love.
Is it sufficient, monsieur?
Well, whatever it takes.
Upstairs then, if you please.
Yeah, moving on.
All part of the plan.
Indeed.
But yeah, no, it's funny you mention that
Pedro, you peeping Tom.
I'm just looking for collectibles.
It's just the HDR fault.
No. That was just me looking for collectibles.
Okay. I'll give the game that is a neat little ditty there.
You say that, Teo, but you're the one who told me to look out for the eventual penis shot in this game.
He's in there with his friend.
Oi! Get out of there!
Oh, there it is.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Boobs. Hi.
Yeah. Honestly, I can't even see it.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
It happened it showed up on screen for like a second. Like I could barely make it out.
But yeah, they actually bothered to have a full model of his penis. But again, consistency. So fair enough.
Remember, there's a bit in Monty Python and Life of Brian where you can actually see Graham Chapman's penis and everything. There's like a full frontal nudity shot and everything. But anyway.
The point of it is that originally I actually wanted to have a sort of a gag from that scene from How I Met Your Mother, the guy that goes, "That's a penis," but alas.
You know what's funny too is like, well, this is Galahad we're playing as, so would this be his equivalent to Castle Anthrax?
I guess. Dwebs.
And before you ask, yes, I know Castle Anthrax wasn't actually in the original mythos. That's a Monty Python thing, but still, nonetheless, Galahad did nearly lose his purity in that castle. How gracious of Lancelot to save him from.
So Galahad, you are in peril, perilous peril. But anyway, Edward, remember that bit from Recess where. I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's TJ that shows a little notice to Miss Finster. Like, oh, I can't even read this. He must be a great dentist. So it's the usual. It's the usual joke. The better the doctor, the worse the handwriting.
So let's see. So we came and did some stuff, and now we have to escape. What has been accomplished today?
Hey, so Galahad, could you pick up the pace a bit? Maybe.
We gave a guy some money.
Okay, let's continue slowly plodding away.
You know, this game is slow both in gameplay and story progression.
Yeah. All right.
Because again, may I remind you, we have not really accomplished whatever it is we came to do.
Well, right now we're looking for the rebels. Oh, another audio log. Son and daughters of Britain.
It's funny because it seems like, if anything, we were in danger of the rebels finding us.
Okay, let's take a look at the archive. Let's see what it says. Son and daughters of Britain.
Sons and daughters of Britain, be merry and joyful, for we have a new era of prosperity. Today, our glorious empire leads the relentless march of progress as Her Majesty's army.
I think John Cena's clip works real well here. Are you sure about that?
Holding the threat at bay. The United India Company hoists our beloved Union.
Oh, okay. I guess we were all wrong, guys. I guess nothing wrong is going on in England. Okay, we're done here, everybody. Come on, let's go home.
Of an honorable day's work. Our factories produce goods that make England.
So basically, this archive basically amounts to, yo, Britain's the greatest. We're doing great.
It's basically cheap propaganda.
Shines on a brighter future.
Oh, I think I recognize. Is this the voice actor of Sigurd from Dark Souls 3? That one employed British voice actors, so it might be him.
Maybe.
This guy sounds like he is genuinely British, but he's overemphasizing it to the point where it almost sounds fake.
Mm-hmm.
You could be next. So I ask you, children of Britain, are you doing your part?
Are you, Dwebs?
Yeah, Dwebs, are you doing your part? Come on, Dwebs, be a benefit to England. Bring honor to the Empire.
Bring honor to the Empire.
What do you want me to do?
It's like that guy who oversimplified that. See, Alexander, he was only 23 when he did that. So it's time you move out of your parents' basement.
What am I supposed to do? I'm some
Bloke from Stoke.
You're just some guy who's just some guy who's just some guy.
Yeah, you're a bit too old to be in the coal mines.
That's a good one for you to use. I'm a. That's one that sounds. It actually sounds good. A bloke from Stoke. A bloke from Stoke.
That's for a brand name.
Nah, that's probably been done too many times.
So can I ask, what was the point of us infiltrating that whorehouse if we didn't really
to get an audio log
information from the whorehouse?
To get
it was just a passing.
I didn't talk about that room. It's just a path, like a means to get by the show. Because remember, the other side was,
They need to get into Whitechapel and discover the source potentially of the lycans.
Oh wow, it's weird because again, they're so bad at this that the rebels nearly stumbled onto the order.
All right, everybody. We're still keeping time. How long will it take Galahad to reach the other side of the street? Start placing your bets, ladies and gentlemen, in between parts. We'll see who won in the next part.
Yeah.
Yeah.